Imagine two people living in the same city, holding the same job title, and taking home the same salary, $50,000 a year. One of them is quietly building wealth. The other is quietly drowning. Most of us were handed a script growing up. Get the degree, land the good job, and climb the ladder. For a while, that script feels like safety. But eventually you look up and realize the ladder you've been climbing is leaning against the wrong wall. Earning more money does not make you better with money. A person bringing in $100,000 but spending every cent of it possesses less financial security than a $50,000 earner who saves 10% of their paycheck. Financial freedom is not a specific number in a bank account. It is the structural relationship between you, your money, and what you actually want your life to look like. There is a psychological bias that prevents us from examining that relationship. It's called the ostrich effect. It is the reason you avoid checking your bank account after a weekend of spending, or why a credit card statement sits unopened on the table for days. We bury our heads because confronting the truth feels like confronting every financial mistake we have ever made. But your financial habits right now are a form of compound interest. They are either quietly building a future for you or quietly dismantling it. Avoiding the numbers does not pause the damage. It allows those habits to erode your future stability over the course of decades. You start the repair at the exact moment your monthly paycheck arrives. Before a single dollar is spent, you divide your entire take-home pay into 3 specific buckets. 65% goes to your fundamentals. These are the non-negotiables: rent, groceries, and utilities. 25% is reserved for fun. This includes travel and experiences, making the system sustainable for the long term. The final 10%, the bucket most people skip, is for your future self. This covers savings, investments, and debt payments. This 10%, compounding over 20 years, is the difference between working out of necessity and working out of choice. This monthly blueprint ensures your money systematically constructs your future. To maintain that structure, you have to manage the daily temptations, the late-night impulse buys, or the targeted ads that follow you for days. You can intercept these habits with a framework that takes 3 seconds to execute. Before any purchase, ask yourself, do I need it? Can I live with less of it? Can I get the same thing for cheaper? Answering these honestly reveals that many purchases are emotional pacifiers rather than requirements. Unconscious spending is a quiet tax on the life you haven't built yet. This framework is the defense against it. Vanguard studied the measurable impact of this kind of financial structure. They looked at how small emergency cushions change a person's outlook. This chart shows a specific spike in the data. Accumulating just a $2,000 cushion increases a person's sense of financial well-being by 21%. When that cushion grows to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses, well-being rises a further 13%. This shift happens because the cushion moves the brain out of scarcity mode and into a state of long-term planning. When you stop operating from scarcity, you stop making the impulsive, high-interest decisions like payday loans or panic-selling assets that keep people in debt. Those fear-based choices are often the most expensive ones you will ever make. Every dollar spent is either constructing your ideal life or pulling you away from it.